So Jabba the Hutt's little brother had some choice words for Pete Hoekstra, the U.S. ambassador for Canada today.
You know, the cheese slipped off the cracker. I get it. You're ticked off. Come on, Pete, you've been around for before Moses. Call the guy up and apologize. Let's start getting back on track.
We're going to take a deep dive into this marmalade mammoth and explain why the progressive conservatives are completely and totally retarded. Make sure you hit the like button below to help boost me in the algorithm. Comment your thoughts about Canada's greatest pretender.
Globe and Mail has a piece that speaks about Ambassador Hoekstra, to use a blunt phrase, cursing out your Ontario representative in the United States at a meeting. What do you say to that? This was related to your advertisement related to Donald Reagan.
Yeah.
What's your response to Ambassador Hoekstra's words?
Come on, Ambassador. He's a guy. You know something? I like him. Pete, you got to call Dave up and apologize. It's simple. You know, the cheese slipped off the cracker. I get it. You're ticked off. But call the guy up because you're a good guy, and Dave's my champion. The guy is just instrumental in these trade deals down in Washington. And, you know, something people get hot. They get heated. I get heated sometimes. But just call the guy up and bury the hatchet because the ambassador's a good guy, actually. I love Dave. I like the ambassador, so he knows what to do. Come on, Pete, you've been around for before Moses. Call the guy up and apologize. Let's start getting back on track.
Really, this was a dressing down. This was screaming, yelling, whatever it is. The reports are in front of a large audience about an ad, an innocuous ad that points out that Ronald Reagan supported free trade that you chose to run. Is this acceptable behavior for a diplomat?
Absolutely unacceptable. I've never heard anything about it. All I'm getting at is I'm not telling him. I'm suggesting that, you know, if you get hot-headed one day, call Dave up and say, I apologize, sorry, got a little heated. So, you know, that's as simple as that. People get in disagreements. It's unbecoming of an ambassador. I've never heard of this in my entire life. But the ambassador's a different type of cat. He thinks I'm a different type of cat, but he's a different type of cat as well. So, Pete, do the right thing. Give the guy a call. Let's move on.
What does it say to you that the person who is ostensibly, you know, baking in Canadian culture does not understand at this moment why you ran that Reagan ad and what it is that Ontarians are trying to achieve in our negotiations with the U.S.?
I guess the ambassador, he must understand it. He's been around for forever. When you have someone attacking your province, attacking your country, constantly saying it's a 51st state, trying to take our auto jobs down to the U.S., taking our manufacturing, life science jobs, trying to take our steel jobs, what do they expect me to do? Sit back and roll over like every other person in the world? I'm going to fight like I've never fought before. I said during the election I'm going to protect people, and I will use every tool in my toolbox to protect the people of Ontario and protect the people of Canada. Like, what does he expect? And the intention wasn't to go poke the president in the eye. My intention was to get a conversation going, wake up the Democrats a little bit down there. And my goodness, it woke them up all right. We love Americans. I'll tell you, we don't love President Trump, I'll tell you that. And I think he was in the poll I saw on CNN is minus 60. I don't know, minus 60. I don't know how much lower you can get than minus 60. So why doesn't the president start being nice? Play nice in the sandbox to his biggest customer in the entire world, and everything's hunky-dory.
How do you know the Prime Minister and his Chief of Staff saw this particular ad before you moved ahead with airing it?
I was with them.
Did they express concern when you were with them?
I'm not going to talk about our private conversation at all. I told them that we're running it. I'm going to cut it off on Monday, and that's it. It's a real ad. It worked. It was the most successful ad ever. I don't know any ad that's ever hit 11.4 billion in every single country in the world. Their leadership and population was watching it because it's real. Ronald Reagan is telling the truth. A tariff on Canada is a tax on American people. And I could run 10 more different ads, which I'm not going to, with Ronald Reagan saying different speeches about how tariffs are terrible. Well, you see it down in the U.S. now. They're losing manufacturing jobs for 5 months in a row, down 78,000. Inflation's hitting. It doesn't work. So let's sign a deal, and a fair deal, and we'll move forward, and everyone's going to be happy.
Doug, man, you get heated when you walk up onto a sidewalk. And what is it with you and the food references? Holy fuck, man. All you think about is food. I'm surprised you didn't start ranting about the prices at A&W halfway through your little tough guy rant here. Now here's the absolute hypocrisy of you demanding an apology from Pete Hoekstra. You literally ran an advertisement in the United States during the World Series to Republican voters in order to sway their opinion about Donald Trump. Come on, Tubby. We already know your opinion about foreign countries interfering in international affairs. Weren't you against the Freedom Convoy and Americans donating to the cause? You have the nerve to basically do a knock and run on the American door like a little pussy and then get mad at them when they confront you about it? You're too much of a little bitch to show up and discuss things with the Americans. You're a complete joke and a fraud. And what a sissy move to ask for an apology. You ooze weakness when you talk this way. Be a man and stop making backhanded comments and wasting taxpayer dollars to serve your own virtue signaling bullshit. You're a liberal in disguise. A triple XL disguise, but a disguise nonetheless. The only ones who owe anyone an apology is you and your little buddy, Mark Carney. You owe it to the Americans and Donald Trump. That's just a fact. The only reason why Trump is treating us the way he is because we're weak. Weak because of people like you. Nearly every other country in the world is cutting deals with the US and unlocking their full potential with economic prosperity. But Canada, you expect people to feel sorry for us and just give us a break. It makes no sense, big boy. Canada has been treating the US like shit for years. And now that someone finally decides to stand up for themselves, you're gonna do this elementary school bullshit? No, Ford, you are the bully. And so is Canada. So stop fucking around because it's people like us who have to find out because of you and your liberal friends with benefits.
Kick them rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk.